Okay, so we're at a stage, probably 2/3 of the way through, or close to 2/3 of the way through the decking, putting the deck boards down. And as you can see, these boards are 135mm wide with a 5mm gap. And they take quite a bit of time putting down, simply because they're what they call feature grade, which means that they retain all the features of the timber. They're not perfect, in other words. They've got knots, discolorations. There's a little bit of paint on this one, which will come off. A bit of sanding. As you can see, they're not identical. And the other big issue, or the main issue, is that there's a preponderance, or a majority of them are short boards, so nothing shorter than 900mm. That's how they were delivered. But there's a lot of those ones that are around 900mm. Now I'm working on 400mm spacings, generally speaking, between my joists, except for a couple of points like here, just behind the post, which is narrower. And there's another one. Oh no, that's, yeah, and up here, at this end there. So 400mm is fine because it gives a lot of structural strength to the deck, but a lot of the boards were sort of 900 or a bit over 900 to 1,000. So I had to trim a lot of boards even down, as you can see. Now that's the decking oil I'm using on the underneath and on the exposed ends. So I coat it with, I just got a bit of brush, I brush it on. Before I do that, just put it on wide angle. There we go. So I brush it on. And now I haven't oiled the top yet, the top surface, simply because I'll do that when it's all finished. Don't want to be walking around on a sticky, oily surface, right? And that's the picture frame effect on the edge. Yeah. And we'll keep going down the other side. Now there's some tricky sort of work amongst the posts. I'll show you here. Just put this board in here, using a router around the edge there, cutting that. It's a bit delicate work. There's going to be a sort of a bar arrangement here for the barbecue, just here, and there it'll be a little table, sort of continuation, bench, sorry, rather than table. And these will be cut down, of course, these posts to the right size. So yeah, there's a 5mm gap, using gap spacers, so you can see those are they're all pretty straight lines, in spite of the fact that there's lots of joins. And I started off doing crown side down, but I'm speaking to different people and really noticing that it is crown side up with this sort of timber. It does curl that way, even though the idea of putting the oil on them is to allow the moisture not to expand the board from underneath and therefore cause cupping. I'm still using crown side up, so I'll show you what I mean by that. I'll just put it on. Here we go. So it's a good example. Here's a good example. So you can see that's crown side. That's the upside of the crown. So there's a sort of that's the up, that's the downside. So I'm laying them with this side facing up and this side facing down, and they tend to expand. If they do cup, they cup with a crown up so the water can wash off and not pool. I'm doing most of my cutting here. That is not a barbecue, it's a barbecue cover, but It's got a drop saw on it, and all my tools underneath there. We don't have to pack it up because there's quite a bit of a drop here. There's the barbecue. So there's you can see the posts. They will have a handrail, and there'll be a new set of steps that I'll be putting in there. That's about a drop of probably about 1 metre and a bit, 1.2 maybe more actually. Maybe 1.4, I don't know, I'll measure it. I haven't done that yet, so there's still this much to go. Let's go to wide angle again. There we go. There's still this much to go. Oh yeah, so I chocked up the posts on 4 sides, which just adds a little bit more structural strength. You can see the beam underneath there, or the double beam, yeah. So that's that. Yeah. So that's, I'll show you. That's that there. That's the double beam. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll do another video when it's completed. Well, when I've completed the surface. All right. Thank you.